What's up, guys? Have you been looking for an ultra-wide full frame lens that will not break the bank? I think I got something special for y'all, so let's get into the video. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. This is a channel all about the tech gear related video for the amateur. I am not a professional, I'm an amateur, I just enjoy technology. And today's video, you saw the intro, you saw it, it's about this guy right here, which is an awesome, probably one of the most underrated lenses so far that's on the market. And that is this ultra wide Tamron 17-35 f2.8 to f4. Yes, this is an EF full frame lens, and it is great. I'm just gonna give away the spoiler alert. It's a great lens. And yet it was an absolute investment, but not for as much as you think it would be. It is so doable for anybody that wants to just save up their pennies for something that is of high quality. And so this is it right here. Nothing fancy, but it is extremely high quality. This Tamron 17-35 has been a must-have. Oh my goodness, you just can't get a break. I bought this about 6 months ago, and I've used it non-stop in my camera kit. I basically exclusively have used it on my Canon M50 for a long time. I stopped using, which I'm using right now, is the kit lens, and I had to pick up something that was faster, but I didn't want to waste my money on something that was just going to be temporary, because my goal has always been to move into a full frame lens. I knew the Canon M50 was always going to be my starter camera to get me going, to get me in the system. And so if you're like me and always thinking future planning, long-term planning, then I was looking at other options for full frame that would work on both full frame and on the APS-C system. This lens is super underrated. The quality, the picture, the size, the price, everything is outstanding. It's amazing. So this is for a full frame lens, it's really quite compact. The focus ring is nice and smooth. It's not choppy or jerky, because what I've noticed on some other lenses is they can be jerky. They can be not very smooth. That's my children in the background playing. It's just life. This is real life, okay? Amateur stuff. Okay, so before I get too much further, I know you guys like me. If I watch a video or review on something, I want to see some live footage of the actual lens, not just showing me a bunch of specs and junk. Show me the real deal. Well, let me go into it right now. I'm going to show you what I've been doing. Obviously, my videos in the past, you can go back and see I've been filming on this guy the whole time, and it's never let me down. And I've had it paired with the Canon M50 and the speed booster to give me the full, kind of, almost full frame view. It's equivalent to about a 19mm. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into some footage that I used on the Canon M50 to try and get it either cinematic type footage, like B-roll, really nice stuff, and then I also did some real life vlogging for you to see what it would look like for stabilization in the camera, because this doesn't have image stabilization. And so let's get into it right now. Go. So I've been wanting to do a update on this lens for a little while, but just do an update on it because I think it's a spectacular choice for people looking for a high quality full frame lens that's not going to break the bank. And it's a really cool range, 17 to 35. So you know, it's really competing with the Canon 16 to 35. And this is an f2.8 to f4. And if you haven't seen my video all about this lens, I suggest you go watch it. But anyways, this is going to be an update on that, and I thought what better way to do it is to show you some live video footage, trying to use it in a more cinematic point of view, in like a 35 millimeter, so it brings what you see a little bit closer. It's not so wide. So I've been shooting some video in like the 35 to 28 range. Seems to be really good for cinematic type footage, and it's a great vlogging lens. Though here's what I'm going to show you right here. So I've been trying to do like walking right now, where this is not an image stabilized lens, so you're going to rely a lot on your camera. This Canon M50 does not have a IBIS, but it's a digital image stabilization, which I got on right now. I think it might crop in just a little bit, but we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and try and keep it the same spot and switch it right now. Alright, so this is what it looks like with the image stabilization digital IS off. So let's see, as I'm walking, to see if it's a little bit better or not. It is a little bit bumpy. I'm doing my best while I'm walking. So this is arm's length away, which is pretty good. Now let's go back to digital IS on. Alright, we got IS turned back on. I don't know. So as you can see, it looks good, and it's for the APS-C system for like the Canon M50. It doesn't do good in low light, which is why I was looking for something that could make it work better. I'm going to go ahead and switch it over. I'm going to use this lens. Now I'm using the kit lens. Let's just do it. Ready? Go. Alright, so this is what the Tamron, the 17mm view looks like without the speed booster. It is a little close, as you can tell. 15 to 17 millimeters. It's, you know, 15 is not really that wide enough anyways, but this is 17 millimeters. Now I won't doubt that the image quality looks incredible. Look at this guy. Yeah. I mean, detail, the views, it looks sharp. And this is at arm's length away, holding the camera itself, the body, from the body. So this is what it's gonna look like. This is probably exactly what you're gonna see, the views that you're gonna see with the Sigma 18 to 35 f1.8. It's not really, there it goes. There we go. I guess that's the real view. It's not really meant for vlogging distance because of the crop that you get with the APS-C. But no doubt the picture quality looks outstanding. The blurred background at f2.8 looks good. Yeah, so this is what it looks like me walking around without the speed booster again. I mean, seriously, like everything's blurred back here. It's pretty. Oh, gotta go. Alright, it doesn't get any more amateur than that, but this is what you're looking at. So let's go ahead and switch over to the speed booster, and you're gonna see the larger field of view that you're gonna get at 17mm here. Again, arm's length away, holding the body straight out. Okay, so that's what you're gonna get. Let's go. Alright, this is what you're gonna get, the wider field of view with the speed booster. This is what I've been using for all my videos, and it's been outstanding. It's a little bit ridiculous how it looks, only because the Canon M50 is such a small, petite little body, but man, this looks so good. And low light beast, low light monster, because with the speed booster I'm sitting at f2.0, 17mm. Oh, all those airplanes, can't see it, airplanes everywhere, they're in my shot, they're getting in my videos. Anyways, this is what you're gonna get. And this is absolutely doable. I love it, love it, love it. It's just heavy, a little heavy. And if you add the small rig cage to the M50 to make it a little beefier, it balances out a lot, and that's probably the money maker right there, right? Mm-hmm. Alright, now I have a special treat for you. I'm going to actually put this on a full frame body so you can see what it's going to look like if you own a full frame body camera. Ready? Let's switch right now. Go! Alright, now here is the same lens on a full frame camera, arm's length away. Now hopefully you guys can see the difference in the three different views. Two different views? Yeah. Well, I guess it'd be three. I showed you the 15mm kit lens on the Canon M50. Now with the speed booster 1735 on the Canon M50, and then this lens view is the lens on a full frame sensor. You're gonna get the full 17mm, which is nice and wide. I'm really liking this setup. Obviously this is meant for full frame to take advantage of that ultra wide angle. 19mm with the speed booster, and then if you went with the speed booster, you would get the equivalent to that. Let's go ahead and talk about things I love, things that I don't love. Well, it's lightweight. It's lightweight. I'll go ahead and post the weight in the right here. Comparatively to the rest of the ultra wide angle lens for full frame cameras, this is super light. But it doesn't mean it was cheaply made either, because I actually think the build quality is pretty darn good. The zoom ring, like I said, is smooth. I noticed on that Canon 10-18 when I was trying to do either really smooth transitions in or out, it was really choppy. I just couldn't really get it. This zoom ring is really smooth. It's really nice. Secondly, a pro about it, I think, in build quality is it's not a drive-by-wire or focus-by-wire, where the ring just spins endlessly. This actually is, it has a gear. You can feel the gear when you try to move it, and so that to me is feels better in my book than having a drive-by-wire. The price, that's a big one. $600, brand new. You can pick up this lens and it would be an epic addition to your kit. Now, compared to for EFS systems or APS-C systems, there is probably nothing really better than the Sigma 18-35 option. That is an incredible option for low light, for indoor stuff, for EFS, but for the EOS M series, it's kind of hard. It's such a big and chunky, heavy piece of glass, and it's beautiful, but it's heavy, and it's also around the same price as this. You can find them used for about $500, but this is going to be $600, and it's a lot smaller, and it's probably half the weight of that Sigma 18-35. So this is probably the best option without breaking the bank. There's obviously the other Canon lenses, like the 16-35, that would do the trick. It's 1mm wider. But you also are going to pay at least $1,000 for that lens, and this is going to be half the price. Now the cons. Let's talk about the cons. You ready? The cons of this lens is there is no image stabilization, so you have to rely on the body. Both cameras that I have right now have digital IS, and they're actually pretty decent as long as you don't use the enhanced version that looks really funky. It looks really wavy and weird, so don't use the enhanced. But the digital IS, regular digital IS, I don't know what you call it, stage 1 IS, is really good, and I happen to not see any problems with that. The variable aperture try again. The variable aperture of the lens isn't the best. I would much prefer it to stick at f2.8 the entire way through. You can't do that though, and you honestly, when you use it pair it up with the speed booster, it goes to f2 to f2.8. That's a beautiful range. And when you use it on full frame, it's f2.8 to f4. And if you're using it on a full frame, it doesn't matter. f4 is a normal aperture for full frame anyways, because it's typically way better on low light and high ISO situations than the APS-C versions, and so f4 is not a problem. Yeah, here's the updated video of this Tamron 1735, the most underrated lens on the market today. Whew. Alright, thanks guys for watching. I will see you later in the next video.